Hello everyone, I am Sravani. Today we will discuss about gender equity and gender parity. Let us explore what is gender equity and gender parity. What are the differences between gender equity and gender parity, and the importance of gender equity and gender parity. Challenges in achieving them, and also how each of us can contribute to building a gender just society. Gender is not just about male or female. It refers to the social norms, responsibilities and expectations that society assigns to people based on their sex. For instance, in many cultures, men are seen to be breadwinners and decision makers, whereas women are expected to handle domestic responsibilities and caregiving. However, these roles are socially constructed, not biological. Both men and women are capable of performing any role, such as professional, social, or domestic, when given equal opportunities for both of them. Now let us discuss about gender equity. Gender equity. So what is gender equity? Basically, the term gender equity refers to giving men and women the same rights, responsibilities and opportunities in every sphere of life, such as education, employment, decision making and access to resources. But equality means not alone lead to fairness. That's where gender equity comes in. Gender equity means ensuring fairness by giving different level of support or resources to individuals based on their needs. It focuses on justice rather than just sameness. For example, imagine there are 3 students with different heights, not the same heights. They are trying to look over a fence. So each of them gets same size box. If you give the 3 people, like 3 students, same boxes, it's called equality. But if the short height student can't able to see the fence, but if you provide a taller box, everyone can see the fence. So it means equity. For an individual providing what they want actually, what they require, their needs, that is called equity. Now we can discuss about gender parity. Gender parity focuses on achieving numerical balance between men and women in various areas such as education, employment, political representation and leadership positions. For example, equal number of boys and girls in school, equal representation of men and women in parliaments, or equal participation of women in decision making. These comes under gender parity. According to World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report, true gender parity means that women and men have equal access to opportunities and resources, and their representation is appropriate in every sector, so that while equity ensures fairness and parity means the result whether that fairness has translated into actual equal participation. Then let's jump into importance of gender equity and gender parity. Why gender equity and parity needed to the individuals, and what this gender equity and parity promote? It promotes, first one is economic growth. First one is economic growth. Economic growth. When women participate equally in the workforce, GDP rises. So this is called economic growth. When next one is social justice. Social justice means every individual gets fair treatment and dignity. Next one is sustainable development. Sustainable development. So sustainable development means it aligns sustainable development goals. It means sustainable development goal number 5. Achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Now let's jump into challenges in achieving gender equity and parity. Despite this progress, gender gaps remains due to several barriers. First one is societal stereotypes. So first one is societal stereotypes. So, societal stereotypes means people still believe that certain jobs or roles or responsibilities belongs to only men or women. The next one is unequal pay. Next one is unequal pay. So, unequal pay means women often earn less for the same work. Next one is lack of representation. So, third one is lack of representation. It means few women occupy top leadership or political positions compared to men. Next one is violence and safety issues. So the next one is violence and safety issues. It means women faces harassment in public places and workplaces. The next one is limited access to education and finance. So, limited access to finance and education. It means many women still face barriers in rural and marginal areas because of these cultural barriers and these limitations. Women are not empowered to educate. Still in many areas we can see these kind of things. Now let us discuss about strategies to promote gender equity and parity. So now discuss about strategies. To achieve this gender equity and parity, actions need to be taken at multiple levels like government, community and individuals. First we will discuss about at policy level. So first one is policy level. At policy level. So at policy level we enforce equal pay in laws and anti-discrimination policies to increase women's representation in leadership positions. So second one is at educational level. So second one is at educational level. At education level, we can encourage girls in STEM such as science, technology, engineering and mathematics to provide scholarships or mentorships programs for female students. Then next, at workplace level. So at family and community level, we should share domestic responsibilities equally for women and men to break these stereotypes which we are facing from our childhood. For example, companies like Infosys and Tata have introduced programs to bring women back to work after maternity breaks, a great step towards gender equity in the cooperative world so that women can also perform jobs. So, global perspective. So globally, many countries have made remarkable progress. For example, Uganda has the highest female parliament representation. Over 60% of seats are held by women. So, Uganda, where 60% of women seats are held by women, where we can see in parliament. And next one is Iceland, consistently ranks first in the global gender gap index due to strong policies on parental leave and equal pay. Second one is Iceland. These nations prove that gender parity is achievable with commitment and good governance. From this, we can learn that gender equity ensures fairness by addressing different needs, whereas gender parity ensures equal representation and participation. We together form the foundation of just, inclusive and progressive society. Let's remember that empowering women is not about taking away power from men. It's about sharing responsibilities and equal opportunities to both women and men. Thank you.